All right, good morning. I am here with head cross country coach DeShaylin Jones. Good morning, DeShaylin. Thank you for talking with us today.
Mark.
I appreciate you being here as always. And you guys have conference finals coming up, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow in Conway, Arkansas,
Yes,
which
sir.
most of the runners have actually never seen that course, but they at least have gotten used to the distance of the last one in Mississippi. Are you looking forward to conference? Do you feel like your teams have gotten better throughout the season? And what are your expectations for them coming up?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to conference. Last meet at Mississippi, we ran the same distance as we were going to run in conference, but this time it should be easier because it's a flat track. I mean, it's a flat course, whereas Mississippi had hills. So flat courses just tend to be faster. So we had some PRs last meet. So this time we should definitely have some PRs.
All right. Well, speaking of the meet in Mississippi a couple weeks ago, men probably had their best race of the season. They came in 7th overall. Do you think it was the distance that made the difference, or do you just think that they just had a good day? What was the difference in that meet?
I just think it was distance. I mean, not the distance was okay. I just feel like they came out and they were ready to compete. They had a lot more competition there, a lot more teams. So they showed up and they competed really well. I'm really proud of them.
Okay. And you had a couple runners. You had Darius Groves and for the women, Isabella Hudson, both set personal records in Clinton. And possibly, I mean, could do that again in Arkansas, because like you said, it's probably a faster course, without the hills and stuff like that.
So yeah, Darius, Izzy, and actually Jasmine Dansby, actually they all 3 PR'd. And you had a couple of them get close to PRs, and then you had the freshmen that it was their first time running that distance, so of course those was PRs. So hopefully they can run faster next weekend than they did in Mississippi. Their body has already did that distance before, so they should know what to expect. And so this time, hopefully, they go in there with a little bit more confidence. Even if it is conference, they should have a lot more confidence going into like this distance than they did in Mississippi.
Gotcha. And speaking of some of the freshman runners, especially for the women's team, you got almost all freshmen. I mean, you have Izzy, who we talked about, and you also got Jasmine, who you just mentioned, are both juniors, but all the rest of them are freshmen. We were talking about with a couple of them. I spoke with Olivia Slater last week and with Rama Buchanan earlier this week, and they're both planning on sticking with the team. So it's going to be really interesting here in a couple of years when you're going to have 4 junior runners or whatever, and a couple of younger ones. So that'll be interesting. And I know that they've talked about how Izzy and Jasmine really helped them to know what to expect from the courses and things like that. So that should be helpful here in a couple of years when you have some other younger.
Oh yeah. So in a couple of years, instead of just 1 leader, we'll have 4, and so that'd be a really good thing, because we're people coming in, they don't have to look at one person. They can look at 4 people to go to and get their insight on things. But Izzy has been a wonderful leader so far, and I'm proud of the freshmen. I'm really proud of them.
Okay. And our last question is, you got track season coming up after that, and they're going to be helping the distance runners with that too. And I know I was talking with Darius yesterday, and he mentioned he was excited about some of the speed conditioning you can do with them, because it's not quite as long a distance that they'll be running for track or whatever. So a lot of that would probably help them with a sort of shorter middle distance type of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the endurance there, I think we can get a little bit more speed work in. I feel like over the past couple of years, that's been an issue, kicking when the kick. So I think this year, if we can all put it all together, we should be a really good distance team.
Okay. Look forward to seeing how you guys do in conference. Hopefully it goes well, and look forward to seeing you bringing in some new recruits next year.
Yeah.
All right, absolutely. Well, this has been head cross-country coach DeShaylin Jones. Thank you, DeShaylin. We appreciate it. And like we said, best of luck in conference with practice coming up.